right, let's see what this bad boy does. All right, universe, if you are with us right now, we are testing out the StreamYard in preparation of the Aware News Network and Cape Conversations. I have Hope Cross with me, but
Hey,
my real
everybody.
question is, do I have anyone else with me?
I don't know yet. I think we have to give people a minute to get on. And so if you get on, go ahead and tell us what platform you're joining from, what state you're joining from, and tell us what you're doing this Friday evening.
Oh, I do see a live feed on LinkedIn right now, Hope.
Let me check that out.
So I think we're on LinkedIn. So now the question is the Facebook universe with us?
Let's see.
So right now, if you see us, we are in a test right now. We are in a test phase of a StreamYard all streaming platform. The purpose of this is because the Cape Conversations YouTube channel is finally in existence, meaning we're going to invite guests. We're going to talk about child welfare, juvenile justice, workforce development. It's what we've been waiting for. It's what I've been waiting for. But you can't get to the thing you've been waiting for until you test if the thing you've been waiting for is actually working. So if you're watching, that's why I need you. I don't know, Hope, do you see anything on your end?
I do not. So I see that we are live on LinkedIn. So if you are out of work this Friday evening, go ahead and give us a comment. Let us know you are here. Join us. Have a Friday night conversation. And
I see on Facebook, Hope.
You see me on Facebook? Okay, I see us on LinkedIn.
Okay. See on Facebook, see on LinkedIn. Let me look at YouTube here and see what's happening. If you're just now seeing this and thinking, hey, what in the world is going on? Why is this guy randomly in my feed? I've had enough of him and his emails. Hey, I appreciate you being here. That's why I have Hope, to lessen the impact of having to hear my voice. So Hope is here helping me test out this stream. We got some big things on the radar. We've been talking for a while about some exciting things that we had in the pipeline, but we just had to be patient with that process. And now that patience is been well worth it, because now we got some really exciting stuff on the way. But tonight, right now, if you're listening, if you're with us, we are primarily just testing to see if technology is going to be our friends. And I think so far, so good. Hope, why don't you tell them a little bit about you, if you like, why I check YouTube.
Awesome. So if you're with us, thank you for joining. Thank you for spending a little bit of Friday with us. And if you don't know me, I am Hope Cross, founder of Cultivating Hope Training and Consulting. And I travel around and I train primarily about trauma-informed care in the juvenile justice system, adult justice system, social work, really any kind of field. If you are working with people, then I work with you. So that's what I do. And a little background, Curtis and I have been working together for over a decade, if you can believe it. So this is not our first rodeo. It's our first rodeo on StreamYard, but it is not our first rodeo. So I'm excited about what's coming up. And one thing that I have to give Curtis credit for is anytime he set his mind to cultivating change, he has cultivated amazing change that has impacted the lives of people throughout the state of Florida. And now it's time to take that change throughout the United States.
Yes, Hope. And speaking of United States, I just checked X, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, and technology is truly our friend. It is working.
I love it. So if you're out there and you just happen to scroll upon us, go ahead and leave us a comment, ask us a question, tell us where you're joining. I know it's Friday, but we're pretty cool to hang out with on a Friday.
Yeah, I think we're pretty cool on at least 4 of the 7 days a week. So
At least 4.
Friday.
Which day is the most boring day? Because
Ooh,
would that be like a Monday?
I don't know. Mondays, because you're trying to figure out the week and you're like, all right, let's get it. I feel like Tuesdays, I'm starting to think, hey, did I set the bar too high on Monday? Because it's already at the end of Tuesday, and I haven't crossed off that Monday thing yet. So Tuesdays, I don't think are my friends here.
I love Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
I don't know why.
There it is.
Those are the best days, I think, for trainings and activities and events.
So if you're watching right now and you're riveted by this discussion, welcome to C.A.P.E Conversations. If you're just now seeing us, we need your help. We are testing StreamYard because starting next week, and we already have some individuals actually from Workforce Hope, I don't know if you know this, and Job Corps, who are going to come on and discuss with us some of the changes that might or might not be happening with Job Corps, give their experiences at Job Corps, the success stories, kind of get their perspective on, hey, what is the future and what do they think the future should be? So that's going to be one of the topics we talk about next week on the very first live stream. That's going to be on the workforce side. For the juvenile justice side, for the first one, I didn't tell you this, Hope, but I'm really hoping that you're going to be my guest for the juvenile justice side. We're going to dive into maybe some new initiatives going on in juvenile justice, the hope of where we are versus where we're going, pull up some news information and kind of have that conversation. So Hope, I'm not sure if that's something I can lock you into already, putting you on the spot live or not. Or
I think that we can make that work. Just depends on the day, the time.
Yes.
So I think it's important. All these topics, all of these avenues and organizations we're talking about, they are avenues that are working directly with people, I would say in the most high risk, most vulnerable situations. And it's important to know what's going on. It's important to know what's happening. And it's important to know how you can be involved if you're not already.
Absolutely. So we'll have some individuals from Job Corps talking about our workforce development side. We'll have Hope having a conversation with us about our juvenile justice side. And then I am going to interview myself for the child welfare side next week. Start to give people a little bit of a window on our journey over the last 2.5, 3 years, with the goal of inspiring some real change. And this is in all 3 areas: juvenile justice, child welfare, workforce development. Hope, from for your professional experience. For me, I sit on a couple advisory boards. I'm the state rep for C.A.P.E, or I will be. So short story on that, Hope. I got an email that C.A.P.E, one of the largest workforce agencies, needed a state representative for Florida. So if you wanted to run in that election, submit your name. You'd have to have a whole campaign, a logo, a slogan. I'm telling you, Hope, I had the whole thing planned out. And then I just randomly get an email that says, hey, welcome, Curtis. Nobody ran against him, so I guess he gets it. And the email is nicer than that. But I say all that to say I am the state rep for C.A.P.E. Now, so the goal here with all of these is obviously you want to find opportunities to grow and opportunities to improve. And you can do that even if there aren't glaring issues. Now, in some situations, there might be glaring issues. But in either case, there is truly an opportunity to take steps towards the solution. There just has to be. Just how the universe works and how balanced it is. If there's a problem, then there has to be a solution. So the point of what we're doing is the first step is let's have the conversation. And what we're doing is the Aware News Network. And that's going to be the weekly live stream. That's going to be the first one. And that is asking why and requiring everyone. So in other words, we want to get as many voices to the table to talk about some of these areas, as many perspectives as we can. So before we start talking solutions, we have understanding, because you can't get anywhere without some understanding first. And with your background, my background, we so quickly want to jump to the solution, but often what we're solving isn't the core issue. right? So what we're going to do is first get people to the table, have guests, have these conversations, establish some understanding, and then set some small successes early on. We are not naive enough, and I don't want to speak for you, Hope, but to say, hey, every opportunity for growth in workforce, you and me, we're going to fix on a couple live streams, right? That's not how it works. Every opportunity to get better in the foster care system or child welfare, that's going to be fixed in 6 months. Come on, that's just we would be fooling the people watching and listening to say that, because we know that's not the case because we worked in it, right? But what we can do is set some small successes and then work towards those. And you get enough of those, and you get enough of people to believe the direction we're going, we can create some real change. So I say all that to say is the long-term goal of all of this is to create some new legislation geared specifically to make or help the people who help people, make those people be more, help those people be more effective in doing that. That's what the goal is, right? Because in the end, we can obviously help people, but there are hundreds and thousands of people, we'll just say state of Florida for now, that dedicate themselves every day to helping others. And sometimes people believe there's a lot of negativity, and there can be, but there's a lot of people that help people. Why can't we create some legislation or create some opportunities or tools that can help them do what they do more effectively, so they believe that the reason they got in this field in the first place, they're having an impact, right? So that's the goal. The first episode is next week. We are leaning towards Friday, but it's important that I get Hope with me, so I'm going to have to negotiate with her behind the scenes. She drives a hard bargain. So Hope, I don't know if you're going to take it easy on me with that.
Oh, we're going to have to look at the schedule.
Look at the schedule. On that note, Hope, we need, speaking of schedule and people being busy, we need someone to leave a comment so I can see if this comment feature even works on StreamYard. So Hope, you can't leave and I can't leave until we get a comment on at least one of these platforms. So can you do like a call to action for me, Hope? Get somebody that you know. And you know what I'm interested too? I'm going to look at you while you're doing that. I'm going to look at your account. I'm wondering if it's streaming to yours too. Probably not, huh? Because it's only connected to mine.
So it's streaming. I went to my platforms and then went to yours through mine. It does have a little bit of a delay. It looks like there's it's not exactly where we are. But if you are out there and you're catching us live on this Friday, if you've been around the last few minutes, you've heard Curtis and I talking about the change that's going to be happening, the Aware News Network. And that's exactly what it sounds like, making people aware, bringing people to the table, having conversations, talking about what's going on, and then talking about how can we make the most effective change possible for everybody involved. And so if you are listening, if you're out there, you see us, leave us a comment, ask us a question, tell us where you're joining from, tell us what you're having for dinner this Friday night. And Curtis, I just realized it's Memorial Day weekend.
Let's go.
So I am guessing some people might be traveling on the road, or maybe they're taking a long weekend. So
are you going anywhere, Hope?
I do not know. When you own your own business, you forget about the holidays. I do. I don't know about you.
That's
I do.
That's right. So I just did a test comment on Facebook. Let me do one on YouTube. I just did one on X. The X one didn't work. So where are we? We're Facebook, X. Oh, let me go on LinkedIn real quick. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. All right, cool. I don't know if you can you see the comments, Hope? It looks like we did get a LinkedIn, we did get YouTube, we did give it Facebook. Oh, we finally have somebody. Of course, it would be Anna who comes through in the clutch. How are you doing, Anna Lewis? Anna Lewis has joined us, Hope.
Hey, Anna. How are you? 6:06. So just a couple of minutes ago. Are you still with us? That might be a no. I think she.
Or I'd be interested to see what the delay is on this. So let's get.
There might be a delay. Oh, there she is.
Here.
We miss you too. What are your holiday plans? Memorial Day. And Curtis, I can't comment.
They won't let you.
No, I have to join through a network like YouTube or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, Anna says there's a delay.
Yeah. I think I got to make you a moderator on one of the platforms. We could figure that out. Anna Lewis, you're gonna go visit with the infamous Lori Stern.
What?
What? You're dropping Lori Stern's name on a live stream. I hope that's okay here, Anna.
Then tell Lori. So tell Lori I said hi, and if you guys come through Arcadia, there is a delightful coffee shop here now. That was a hint.
They're not going through our. So if anybody's watching, there's a place called Arcadia in Florida, where the only way to get there is to drive 15 miles per hour behind a truck with horses in the back. And if you can get through that, that's the test that you will be able to handle Arcadia for about 45 to 1 hour until you want to leave. I'm just playing. If you're from Arcadia, I apologize for all of that. But if you are from Arcadia, you're probably not watching because they got internet over there, Hope. I'm just playing. Everybody.
Sometimes we have internet. But hey, Anna just said that it's good to know.
Okay. Anna Lewis, since you're here, before you leave, I was able to lock in Hope for the Aware News Network live stream as a guest to speak about juvenile justice. I have a guest for workforce development. Do you have any interest in being a guest on this live stream either next week or the week after? Anna, talk to me.
I think it would be phenomenal. And I'm thinking of some other people. I don't know what everybody else is doing this Friday night. Anna says yes.
You know what? Speaking of, Anna's going to be so, I don't know if upset's the word, but she's going to be like, this guy, I'm never getting on his live stream again. Because what I want to do, Anna, if to continue this test phase with you and Hope, Anna, can I send you a link to see if I can get you on this stream right now? Can I see if that works? If in midstream I can get a guest on, would you be willing to allow me to let you do that?
Did you expect anything else?
Anna, not today.
Not today.
That means Anna is not a fan of her camera setup at the moment. I guarantee you that's what that means.
She's probably doing a lot of stuff right now. It's 6/11 on a Friday night.
That's true.
On a Memorial Day weekend.
Uh-oh. I don't know what you're saying, Hope, what you're implying, but I would never imply any of that. And I think you're studying the next RFP because you never stop grinding, Anna. Props to Anna. Give Anna some kudos for being
Anna knows that I'm not saying anything bad. Just saying it's Friday night. It's Friday night.
All right, I need some more help. Hope we need some more help from our LinkedIn crew. Anybody on YouTube? Probably one of the YouTube just started. So by the way, Hope, the YouTube channel was just created a couple of days ago. That's the C.A.P.E Conversations YouTube channel. That's where we're going to be streaming all of these live events. The Speak for MC channel is still going to be there, but that's going to be primarily presentations, workshops, live clips from conferences and keynotes that I do. So that channel is still there to motivate a lot of leadership development. But the C.A.P.E Conversations channel is where we're going to focus on those three areas we talked about: workforce development, child welfare, and juvenile justice. So I say all that to say I need somebody on my LinkedIn side here to put a comment in so that we know that you see us, even though I imagine, Hope, that might be a tall ask on a Friday at 6:12, huh?
Well, it is LinkedIn. So, the business is shut down for the weekend. But I did just comment from LinkedIn.
Okay.
So there is about a 7 or 8 second delay, looks like. Okay. Not too bad for LinkedIn. But hey, if you are out there and you're scrolling LinkedIn, because I know that I love LinkedIn, so I know somebody's here on Friday night. Curtis, could you tag my page? Or is it too late?
Let's see. And I just tagged Bucks Report
Oh,
NFL.
Anna just tested from LinkedIn. Thank you.
They can comment too. And, at this point, Anna, we're going to think that you're stalking us because now Anna left Facebook to communicate with us via LinkedIn. So now the question is, Anna, are we now talking to the more professional version of Anna Lewis? Is this the VP now that we're communicating with you on the LinkedIn side? Are there any differences, Anna, between this version and the Facebook? Okay. I don't know what that emoji is. Oh, look who it is.
Hey, Josh. Oh, my
Mr.
gosh.
Davies.
I love Josh. Just saw Josh. Where did I see you? Oh, DC. Where are you at this time of the year, Josh? Are you in Colorado? Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Anna. And of course,
this is the VIP. She said this is the VIP. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Anna is actually a VP who just added the I to her own credentials. That's how you know humility is strong with Anna.
You only get as far in this life as you're willing to take yourself.
Yes.
So you got to take some steps, right?
That's very true. Hey, Davies, what's up, sir? I am not surprised that the LinkedIn comment we got from you, because I feel like you never stop grinding. You never stop working. And I think now that Davies is on, I would love to have him as a guest speaking on the workforce side at some point on this live stream in the near future. I don't know if he's still with us or if he just did like a drive-by comment and got out of here. But
Josh, are you still with us, Josh? Because we're talking really good about you. Good stuff. I just saw Josh.
I'll delete all that later, Hope. Oh, no, he's still here.
Denver. Okay. Hey, how's the weather right now? I will be, I don't remember where I'm going. Oklahoma. And Las Vegas. Are you joining me in Las Vegas, Josh, for the Criminal Justice Mental Health Conference? Let's make it. Okay. All right. I love it. Vegas is always fun.
I think he's saying let's make it happen to be a guest.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that's what he's
I was thinking Vegas. The delay, Josh said the delay is it is pretty. I thought it was only a few seconds, but it seems like it depends. It depends.
Yeah.
Well, so how's the weather right now in Denver? Because when I was in Denver in October, it was gorgeous.
I've never been to Denver before. I've never been to Colorado at all. So
I went and the leaves were just beginning to change, so you could see fall. It was gorgeous. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't too hot. Just like Goldilocks said, it was just right. So it was just right. Now, certain streets had a little, interesting things happening. But other than that, it was gorgeous.
Davies, how do you feel about because this whole thing right now, if he's still with us, is we're doing a test run. If you're just seeing us, we're doing a test run on StreamYard. Starting next week, we're going to be doing live streams, and we're going to call it the Aware News Network. And Aware stands for asking why and requiring everyone, where we're going to talk about latest news, updates, policy changes, bring individuals who are experts in the field of workforce development, child welfare, and juvenile justice, and first, educate, second, raise awareness, and then third, set some short-term successes that'll eventually build us to some long-term change, specifically and hopefully related to legislation. In other words, we want to help people who help people. And we think actually, let me stop saying we think. We know we're going to do it. Hope. You know how that goes, especially when you got you and me here. And Josh said he is willing to be a guest, but no to Vegas. All right.
No, that's okay. That's okay. A little sad.
I feel like Josh has been to Vegas a few times, though. He might just be
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is going to be Vegas in August, so it's probably going to be extremely hot. So.
Oh, look! I just put Davey. I just put his.
Oh yeah.
On the screen.
That's cool. I like how you did that.
And this shows everyone. If you want to email Josh, there you go. There's his comment on the screen. So that's pretty cool. I like that. What about here? Yep. Very cool. Very, very
It's
cool.
ghosting you now. Okay. Thank you, Josh. Josh, it's always good to interact with you. And I know I will walk in somewhere and see you, and I will be happy.
You know how you know Josh is a nice guy?
Because he told us he was ghosting us?
He tells you I'm ghosting you. That is not how ghosting works, Josh. You just disappear, and guess what? Like a ghost. The ghost doesn't announce itself.
He's probably gone now. Bye, Josh.
Imagine a ghost. Boo! All right, I'm leaving. Ooh. That defeats the purpose. But I appreciate you, Josh. Thank you. Josh showing up for us.
Oh.
Oh.
That's sweet.
And that's not even a ghost. Now he's back. The ghost is back.
Curtis, if you heckle people, they're not going to be your guest.
This is fair, a very valid point you're making, Hope, because I'm realizing in real time the dangers of putting me on a live stream. I feel like because when I'm at a keynote or a workshop, at least that live atmosphere kind of stays there.
Yeah, you can't walk away.
This is going to be interesting because I've already made fun of Josh a little bit, made fun of Anna, and then made fun of Arcadia. And we have literally been live for like 15 minutes. So I feel like there could be some problematic elements of this, but we're just going to have to get through it, Hope. I mean, I don't know.
That's okay. I think anybody who knows you knows that you mean well. So it's the people that don't know you that you might have to.
Yeah, those are the people. Well, you know, we'll get to know each other. I assume. So okay. So the only thing, Hope, from the testing, I don't see the comment that I'm putting on X showing up at all.
Oh, so I don't have X.
And I'm somewhat concerned about that because if I had to bet money, I feel like if I had to bet money on which comment section could produce some, what's the word? Debatable
engagement
opinions, it would be that one. So I say all that to say is I need to be able to see that one for sure. But you know, I'm on X right now, and it just says one viewer, and that's just me. So I don't think we have to worry about that at the moment. So I don't know if that one works. I'll have to look into that later. It does look like YouTube works. It does look like Facebook works. It does look like LinkedIn work. Hope, can you do me a favor while we're talking and just go to the YouTube one and leave a test or a comment on there just so I can see on my end that thing is working?
Let me see.
And while Hope is doing that, I'll talk briefly for some things I have coming up. On Monday, I am going to North Carolina to be the keynote speaker for a wraparound conference where we will be talking about inspiring change versus doing things that more just get you compliance, which is short term. And this is an incredible program, Hope. I spoke to the lead training specialist today, Deborah, about it. And this wraparound program they have over here, they have something called and I'm not going to say the title correctly, but I believe it said it was youth support member or youth support team, something to that effect. But this is a young person that previously received the services that they are now helping others receive. So in order to get this role, you had to be someone who benefited from these wraparound services. So when you talk about perspective taking and being able to connect and establish trust right off the bat, you were literally having someone on the team that went through the very program that they are now helping others in. So isn't that cool? And that is a paid position. That's not, I know sometimes we talk about, I know in Florida, they kind of have, hey, it'd be nice to get, youth perspective or get somebody to sit on a board that's a young person. But this is actually a paid position that is a previous person who benefited from those services. So I thought that was a really neat approach to wraparound. I'm not sure if you have any thoughts on that, Hope.
No, I think that's really one of the ways to go because somebody who has been impacted by those services, they know how to connect with the incoming clients. They know the language to use. They know how to engage. And they also know the benefits of why it's going to work, how it's going to work, and how to get that person to really commit to the full length. So I think that's important. I think it's important to bring people through hire them and to bring people from the outside as well. So you have both perspectives. Yep. And Curtis, for your YouTube, I can't find it.
Yeah, it's because it's a new channel that only has 1 subscriber. So I think YouTube makes it a little hard for you to find. It's C.A.P.E. So the CAPE has the dots in it. Conversations. So CAPE Conversations. You should be able to find it. You'll see the picture of my superhero family. If you see the logo on your screen right now, that is me if I was taller. And then that's my wife if she was taller, because I made myself taller. And those are our little kids all wearing capes. And the CAPE acronym, what it does is it changes based off the audience that we are helping. So the C, if I go and train and work with individuals in child welfare, might be different than the C if I'm speaking to workforce development team members. So that's my little superhero crew. So they have in this wraparound that you support. Just got you, Hope. I see you there. It worked. Hey, Hope. Okay, so YouTube is working too. So they have the youth support worker, which you had to be a previous person that took advantage of the services that you're now helping with. And then the other thing they have, which is a paid position, is a family support team member, meaning if you were a mother, a father, a relative who was if you were a family member of someone who was in services, right? So let's say my child participated in a prevention program. I would then have the opportunity to be a paid employee for that prevention program to bring the perspective of having a child in it, right? So not only you have the youth in it, now you have the family too. And when you're talking about like a full wraparound approach, I just thought that was such a smart way to kind of expedite the rapport building process and the connection process.
Ken. Ken's in the house. Hey, Ken, haven't seen you in like years.
Yes. I don't even know where is Ken these days?
Yeah, where are you, Ken?
Especially with us. By the way, Hope, you know what I feel like we're on right now? Remember those like telethons back in the day where they would just raise, they'd be on all night and someone would just have to stand there and just talk?
Somebody donate $4.99 right now.
Yeah.
So
$4.99.
Whatever. Right. I don't know. Like, I know what you're talking about.
I'm already learning though, because I almost said a joke there. Live, that would have been concerning. So I just caught my brain. So that was good.
Yeah.
We're practicing in real time.
How are you this Friday? What are your big plans for Memorial Day? I think Ken would be an amazing guest. Oh. He may have ghosted us too. So if you have just joined us, or if you're just kind of scrolling and see us on your live on your platform, go ahead and leave us. Tampa. All right, Ken. Not in the nonprofit field. That's okay. That's
not very specific, Ken. It's like, help us out, Ken.
No big plans.
Well, we're in that area, Ken. We could all get together if you want.
We could y'all could come to Arcadia.
No, Hope. If you were watching earlier, I said a joke about Arcadia that I've already apologized for, and now what's happening here is Hope is trying to bait me.
Hey,
this is what happens when you're live.
Listen, if anybody wants to come to Arcadia, I have a 3-seat kayak. I only suggest 2 people though, unless we're all small, and I'm not. So I'm gonna have to do it.
You can't get to Arcadia on a kayak.
No, but there's the river, and we could go kayaking. Haha, how specific do you want, Ken? What are you doing these days? What is your field?
Yeah, I mean, can you say? I feel like
anything you're allowed to say.
Yeah, the way he answered that, I feel like he has a job that he's just gonna put contractor.
FBI.
Yeah, it's gonna be even more vague. Where are you working these days, Ken? And by the way, Hope, the family is about to be here in a couple minutes, and so we're gonna end this live stream in a little bit. Because if you're worried about me saying something live, you should hear my little Maggie pants. She'll tell you everything you need to know about the most recent Sonic movie. Sonic 3, good, but it's no Sonic 2. So I just want to, spread the word there. See, you're going to get anything on this live stream. Hope you never know what's going to happen. I do want, if people are watching, I want you to know it is going to be a serious live stream. We'll mix it, yes, serious and jokes, but we are trying to inspire some real change. If you don't believe me, hit the back button and kind of watch this from the beginning. I'm not going to do the whole pitch again right now because Ken needs our attention.
I think I knew that and I forgot. For some reason, I thought you were, I don't know. It's been, Ken says, I agree. Ken would be a great guest. Yes, I do. I think.
Look at Anna. I guarantee you, Anna is I would bet money that Anna has like 3 burner accounts with social media where she just watches people. Because Anna said bye like 20 minutes ago and she came out of nowhere on LinkedIn to be like, hey, Ken. Hi, Ken.
Oh, my gosh.
I agree. Ken would be great.
And after 10 years, you know Curtis. You just know him now, don't you? You just have to know him.
And I think Ken's trying to embarrass me on a live stream, trying to get me to pronounce that last word.
Geospatial.
I know. I knew how to say it. Thank you, though, Hope. That's exactly how I was. So you're just out there geoing a lot of space, huh, Ken? Good for you. All right. I think this is almost time to wrap this thing up, Hope.
So the first topic is going to be what? What's the first topic?
Yes, for next week? Okay, so next week, we're going to have Hope as a special guest talking about juvenile justice. We're going to talk about the state of juvenile justice in Florida, some of our experiences, some opportunities for growth, just some best practices that we think can help continue to push us forward. I'm born and raised in Florida. Hope, I don't know if you're born and raised. Were you born in Florida? No, but you've lived here for how long?
A long time, long enough.
Long time. And the most of our professional experience is in juvenile justice, so it's a passion of ours. So I imagine that's going to be a really good, passionate, and constructive conversation. Then we're going to have some individuals that work for Job Corps that are going to help us understand kind of the state of Job Corps, where it's going, their opinions on, quite frankly, is it still going to be around? Should it be around? Could it be improved? Like their overall thoughts on the state of Job Corps. We're going to have that conversation. And then I'm going to start shedding a light a little bit on my experience in child welfare and how we got here as well. All of these conversations are meant to educate, raise awareness, create some short-term small successes that eventually lead to long-term big change, and hopefully on the legislative level. Anna, yes, I think that is going to happen. Now, Maggie has brought up some sort of royalty percentage of viewers based off of engagement, so that then she can use that money to order more movies on my Amazon Prime account. So we're going to have to work through all that. I've tried to explain to her that it's only Anna that's on here right now, and Anna's not even a paid subscriber. So we're going to have to figure that out later. But we might make that happen eventually, Anna. So I appreciate the suggestion. So Hope, that's the plan for next week. What's going to happen is we're going to get an actual invite on the book, start promoting it so people can attend and they actually know a time of when we'll be on here. And you know how it is, Hope. We've started a lot of big things with very small steps, and we're going to do it again. And this time, there are no strings. We get to just be as creative as we want to be, which I think is pretty cool because all of our creativity is rooted in the desire to help others and inspire change. And I think those are pretty good motivations. So I appreciate you, Hope, for taking time out of your Friday to be a part of this with me and test it. I think it worked. I don't know if you have any final thoughts.
I'm just excited. I'm excited because I know that in the business of serving people, that you have to be on the forefront of that change to help create it and ignite it and guide it so that it goes in the right direction and it doesn't fizzle out.
Well said, Hope. I like it. All right, people. I appreciate special shout outs to Anna for joining us on multiple platforms, even the one she didn't tell us she was watching us from. Special shout out to Ken for having a job that nobody understands. Davies, I appreciate you too for telling us you were ghosting us. That again still doesn't make sense logically, but I see what you're trying to do. And thank you to everybody else who scrolled, stopped for a second, and then said, never mind, and just kept it moving. Hopefully next week you'll stop and hit that button. And obviously special thanks to Hope Cross for always being there when I need you and always having my back and helping out with stuff like this. I really hope this is not the last one, because you being here means a lot. So that's all I got. Hope, you ready to wrap this thing up?
Ready to wrap it up, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.
Are these big gang signs?
No. Peace. I want to peace, Hope. Bye, everybody.
Right. You can't do that in the prison.
Peace.
Bye.